if you're a dad, chances are you want to protect your children by any means necessary. And I totally agree. But let's talk about this uncomfortable topic that we have to speak to our children about, and that's protecting them from predators. Unfortunately, we live in a world that has many predators around. And unfortunately, another thing that I don't like talking about is sometimes that predator may be someone they know. So let's get into it. Let's talk about why we should prepare our children for this danger. Speaking of danger, let's talk about stranger danger. When your children are young, what are they teaching your kids? They're showing your kids that they shouldn't talk to strangers because they don't know them. But it's been remixed as time has gone on. Now they're saying, look for strange behavior from individuals. And this could come from anybody, not just a stranger, which is something I agree. See, a lot of people don't understand that family can be a danger to your children. Leaving your child with that uncle. And most of us are, we get into these relationships. It could be a friendship, and we got our kids calling your friend uncle. And it's like, no, don't call, you can't just call any of my friends uncle. Like, that's not what I want. You call them Mr. Until that relationship is really established. And if it even is established, that's a big if. You don't call no man your uncle. And to be quite honest, I'm not even going to be gender specific. It can be for a woman as well. You don't be so quick to call any woman that you see me hanging with auntie. Just because they're close with me doesn't mean they're going to be close with you. And it's just a lot going on in this world where we got to show our kids. When you're walking down the street with your child, ask your child questions. Ask your child what if questions. What if questions are the questions that prepare your child to be in situations where you're not around. It's just them. Questions where they'll have to think, what is the best option for me right now? What is the smartest thing for me to do? I've been asking my oldest daughter, especially. The youngest one is still growing up. I'm still talking to her, but my oldest one specifically, I'm talking to her a little bit more in detail because she's at that age. And I'm asking her what if questions a lot more. When you come out of Target, when you go to Target, when you go to Walmart, when you go to the supermarket, anywhere out in the community, start questioning your children. What if you see someone down the street with a hoodie on and they look like they're exhibiting strange behaviors, maybe doing all of that? Do you think it will be the wisest decision to go near this person? These are just what if examples and questions. Because your children have to be aware socially. This world is not a Disney film. You understand what I'm saying? There's not going to be a happy ending for everybody here. You got to let your children know the real deal. You see, we've gotten to a point in society where we can't keep our children innocent forever. We got to start laying down the stuff that's going on in the world. I'm not saying, at 3 years old, teach them all the stuff what the world is saying. No, I mean, to be honest, it's getting so scary. It almost feels as if we need to prepare them even when they're able to understand and put words together. It has gotten to that point, to be honest. And they're putting and inserting certain messages into the kids' cartoons. Cartoons are not even the same anymore. So it leads the parents, us dads, you got to start explaining things that you didn't even think you would have to do. I didn't think I would have to explain the transgender community over a bowl of cereal? Are you kidding me? I didn't think I would have to explain why a man is in a dress to my young child that's just watching cartoons. This is where we're at. This is the reality of the world in which we and our children live in. Dads, it's serious out here. Start asking your children questions. Like I said, what if questions? Put scenarios in front of them. If we're at an amusement park and you get lost, what's the first thing you're going to do? What person are you going to look for to ask for help? Put these out there to see where your children's mind frame is at, because you want to understand the way they think so you can rectify any kind of answer they give you that doesn't seem the right answer. They're looking up to you to help them. We as dads, we gotta commit and help our children where we see that they can make a mistake at. Just trust and believe they're going to make tons and tons of mistakes. Our job as dads is to help them make less mistakes. And as hard as it is, sometimes we lose our tempers. Sometimes we just like, oh, why did you do this again? I just told you not. Listen. We made those same errors when we were kids. We made a lot of mistakes. This is the generation of us raising our children. And we want to make sure we are telling our children the right and correct things that they need to know as they get older. It ain't easy, but it's our job, dads. Be graceful on yourself. It's a lot we have to do. And our children look up to us. We have to be the ones to educate them. The world will say they will educate your children, but they will not educate them quite enough. That's real talk. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. This world will claim they will educate our children, but they will not educate them the way they need to be educated. That's where we come in as dads. Because once your children leave the house, they will go into a world that may hate them just because they look like them or just because they look like you. So we got to teach our children about the world in which they live. This is not a Tangled story. This is not a Beauty and the Beast. This is not an Aladdin. This is not the world in which you saw on Disney Plus. This is real life. And I'm not trying to make it so like we're scaring our children or putting things in their head at an early age. But we got to wake up. We cannot live in a world anymore where we, as much as I would want it, to keep our children innocent from the foolishness of this world, I realize, especially as a black dad, I have to be concerned with what's going on with my black children. Maybe you disagree. I agree 100% with what I'm saying. But this video is just to convey a message. Start teaching your children about these predators out here, because there are a whole lot of them. And the main conveying message I want you to understand is it's not going to always be a stranger. A lot of times it's going to be people that your kids know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you can share stuff with your children, because best believe they're going to need it. Message.